Um, Howdy, folks, and welcome to episode 7 of Conversations with Cerny and McCurdy. I'm your host for today, Chris Cerny. Ryan couldn't make it today for this recording, but yeah, we're excited to be doing this. This episode is going to be about technology and its impact on our daily lives. Let's welcome our guest for this week, a very good friend of mine, Emilio Pego. Emilio, if you want, you can introduce yourself.
Hey everyone, glad to be here. I've been a friend of Chris's for, I think, maybe 15 years at this point, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, we've known each other a very long time, and as you'll find out today, technology has changed over those 15 years a lot. So we'll get into it.
Yeah, definitely. We can start with that. I guess we can start with what tech I guess we use in our daily lives. So like computer, phone, stuff like that.
Yeah. I use my computer, my work computer, all day.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be honest, we were talking about this before off camera.
Yeah.
So from like 8:30 to, I mean, realistically like 6 or 7 p.m., sometimes later, I am just staring at the screen. That's it.
Yeah.
Staring at the screen. So I use my laptop for, I want to say 10, like 9 to 11 hours on average.
Yeah.
And then I use my phone a lot. Social media. Everyone does social media, and checking emails for work, Teams. So there's really not a moment in my day that I'm not in front of a screen, right?
Yeah. That's very true.
I like to decompress watching TV at times, right? I don't always have the time for that. But it's become a very convenient outlook. I would say outlook, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say same. Work is 6 hours a day on my work computer, work phone. I have a work phone as well.
Oh, yeah? What phone is this?
It's an iPhone 12 mini.
A mini? Why do they give you a... Okay, I think I know why they gave you a mini, but did they tell you why?
No, they did not, but I kind of know why as well. It's because it's cheaper. I
was going to give you another reason, but...
Oh, okay.
Well, it's been shown, statistically speaking, the smaller the screen, the less time people spend on it. So I think you'd be less inclined to do non-work related activities on a smaller screen, right? Yeah,
that definitely makes sense.
I think that's part of the reason.
I had that.
I could be wrong.
Then, actually, I split my time at home when I'm doing classwork and stuff like that since the MBA. Between the computer I'm recording on, I'm recording on, my M1 Mac Mini, and then I got, you actually don't know this, but I got a new laptop last year. I got the M3 Pro or M3.
Oh yeah.
MacBook Pro, 14-inch. I have it right here.
It looks
in space gray.
Yeah.
Or space black.
Space black. Yeah, I'm having a hard time seeing with the camera, but I know exactly which one this is. Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, and then
what's the size?
14-inch.
14. Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah,
I remember they changed that. They changed that. They had the 13 and the 16, and I have both, and I don't use both anymore. But the 14. Yeah, 14 seems like a nice size. I think the 13 was just too small.
Yeah, no, the 14 is a good size, especially like when you connect it to an external display as well, like having the two displays. that
That's
definitely
what I have
helps.
right in front of me. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I have that at work as well. I have my monitor here, which is connected to the Mac Mini, but it's also I also have an HDMI to USB-C.
So you have a Mac Mini and a MacBook Pro.
Yes.
So why two? Why do you have two?
So I have the Mac Mini. I got the Mac Mini originally during COVID so I could learn how to use a Mac, because I had never used Mac before. I had been a Windows person my whole entire life. That's because of my dad, who he works in IT, so and Windows. So that's why I got the Mac Mini originally, was to just kind of dip my toe into the water. And then, so
for what reason? Because if I've worked in Windows for my whole life, what would be the reason to switch?
I guess a part of it was I was also getting an iPad Pro, so I got my iPad Pro, which now I've officially transitioned away from that. I'm on my iPad Mini. I have an iPad Mini now, which I absolutely love. It is the perfect size for me. But I got the iPad Pro for classwork, and I like Apple, so ecosystem. They got me. They got me.
They got me too, for sure.
So, and I already had an iPhone, so now I have the 15 Pro. So, but yeah, that was the reason why. And then my my Dell XPS 13, which was my old laptop, started to crap out on me. It was just running super slow. It was like 2019. Yeah, no, it was weird. And then it was like, it could not last like more than 30 minutes off of a charger.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, the battery degrades over time.
Yeah. I think it also didn't help that during COVID, I would have it up on a monitor and I'd have power and the HDMI cord in all the time. So that definitely did not help. But yeah, so it died, and then I was just like, I just kind of wanted a MacBook as my next laptop, just so I had it travel. I knew that it was going to be reliable, and I knew I would get at least another 6 years out of it. So that's why I went to the MacBook. And then, yeah, obviously I'm on my phone. And then, as you guys can see behind me, I have my Xbox, which I use to decompress along with my Switch. And
that red thing in the back, is that a Xbox X? Is that what you're pointing?
Nah, right, the white thing right here.
Oh, I can't see that.
The white thing right here.
Yeah, the app cuts off right where your wrist is.
Oh, okay. But yeah, no, I have an Xbox Series S, and I have the Nintendo Switch. And then back there, I have my Lego McLaren, and then a McLaren race car, a Ferrari race car, a NASCAR. Because starting next weekend, I will be spending all my free time on Sundays watching the NASCAR Cup Series, and then starting a couple weeks IndyCar, and a couple weeks after that, on my birthday, a weekend, I will be watching F1. Which is another way to say, subtle plug, Race Pace Radio, go watch it. or listen wherever you get your podcast. Another McCurdy Studios podcast. So I guess the next question we could get into is first, like, where we use tech, kind of what aspect of your life has it played the biggest role in?
I would say in my education, and the biggest, I would say my education. I mean, of course, like leisure activities, right? Playing video games. I used to play a lot of video games, and then I think once I became full time, it just became a lot harder to play video games.
Definitely.
But definitely my education and my work right now. I mean that's pretty much what I use the computer for. Like I'm very cognizant of that I'm on the screen all day, so I try not to be any chance I get. It's hard to stick to, but
it definitely is hard to stick to.
Like there's a lot of nice things in life, and if you can just put the phone down, put the screen down, and just enjoy them for what they are, then I think that adds value to my life.
Yeah, definitely. I would agree with those two being where the biggest role that tech plays in my life right now. Yeah, it's those two: work, school, education, because my MBA program is mostly online. So gotta do Zoom class. So much fun. And then work, and classify work in two different categories. My actual full-time role at the company I'm at now, where I'm on the phone, on Excel, on email all the time, constantly. Also doing research on different departments and everything. Those are all strictly online. And then creative work. So doing the podcasts, doing my photo journal on Threads. Eventually, I keep saying this, but eventually my YouTube channel, if I ever get around to that.
I thought you had one though.
Yes, I did. You do remember that?
Yeah. What happened with that? I remember, and then something.
I just stopped it. Honestly,
what was the reason?
Honestly, it was I just wasn't disciplined enough. Like, as much as older generations or even people who don't do it want to say like influencers are bullshit, blah blah blah, all that. I give props to YouTubers and podcasters and everything, because ever since I started this up again, like doing all these things, being a creative is essentially doing a second full-time job. 100%. It's so much more work. The behind the scenes work that people do that are in the creative space, people don't realize. It's a lot of late nights, especially for those who are working a full-time job on top of doing their YouTube or social media grind. It's a lot of late nights. It's a lot of hours of editing, and perfecting your craft. I stopped because I wasn't disciplined enough. I think now I'm definitely older, more mature, more disciplined in work in general. So that's why I wanted to do the podcast. as an outlet, and then that's why I started doing the Threads journal, and why I'm gonna figure out how and when I can do YouTube as well. For me, it's now just figuring out the editing side of things, because I'm not a good editor on video. That is why my lovely co-host Ryan does all of our video editing for both podcasts for the company, and why I've taken over audio. Audio is a lot easier to edit than video, but yeah, that's really why. But yeah, no, with everything going on, with work, school, the creative work is definitely something where tech comes into a big play. Spending time on Photoshop, Lightroom, Canva, and Adobe Audition for this is a lot of my time.
Adobe Audition, what is that?
It's the audio software I use to edit the podcasts. It's actually really good. It's really, really easy to use. And yeah, not sponsored, by the way. Because we are not anywhere big enough to be sponsored by Adobe.
Yeah, Adobe's pretty big.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
But yeah, no, I mean, doing all that is harder than it looks.
Sure, yeah.
So, I guess, the next question is more, still in the same vein of what we were talking about. Where have you seen like the most amount of change in where tech is being used? So, kind of like where do you think tech's being used where it wasn't, say, like when we started being friends in elementary school, so like 15 years ago?
Yeah, I would say definitely now with the rise in AI. I mean, everyone's talking about it, right?
Yeah.
So, like, AI has been the big thing for the past couple of years, right? GPUs have gotten a lot better, a lot faster, a lot stronger. And it's really, I mean, you know what a Bitcoin miner is?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's hard to mine Bitcoin if you're not working on a dedicated miner. But if you get a couple of GPUs, I mean, a lot. You pull them together, and you can definitely increase your mining rate. I don't know exactly how they work, but I know the way they work. Right? That's definitely been a major improvement. I think the 5090 just came out. I don't know if you know anything about GPUs, but 5090 just came out.
I saw a bunch of CES stuff. So
yeah, 5090 is supposedly really good. I think a couple of my buddies have the the 4090.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a very expensive GPU. I think they bought it like secondhand, and it was $1,500 or something like that.
Yeah.
Let's see. I mean, TVs have gotten a lot better over the past 15 years too. I just bought a TV for my family, and
nice.
It's 4K if I'm not mistaken, 86 inches. Wow. So it's a very big TV. Yeah. And I mean, 15 years ago that did not exist. So
no, definitely not.
Come a long way.
I think just 4K in general video.
Yeah, I mean, the image is great. And there's really good TVs, like when you go to Costco, right? the TVs you see there, I mean, obviously they're displaying video that's very vibrant, right? You're taking like landscape shots, panoramas, and it's there so that they can sell the TV, they sell the product to you. But they look great,
obviously. Yeah, that's
just
true.
$2,000 on a TV, which don't want to spend more time in front of the screen. So why incentivize myself, right?
Yeah,
I know if I purchase it, I'll use it.
Yeah, that's true. Phones. That's where I was going to go.
15 years ago was what? 2010? 2010, the iPhone was just picking up, right?
Yeah.
I think in 2007 or was it 2009?
Yeah, I think we were on iPhone
Apple released
3.
And 2010?
Yeah, 3G. Yeah, 2010 was iPhone 3G, I think.
3G. Yeah, I do remember that, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, at the time, it was very special. That was a cool phone. The 4S. That was the one.
That was the phone. That was the phone.
Yeah, you had
I remember
4S,
I got I remember getting the 4S. That was my first smartphone, was the iPhone 4S.
Yeah, that was a great phone back then.
It was. It was
really cool.
It was an amazing feat of technology.
Yeah. I mean, even the iPhone itself.
Yeah.
When it came out, there was no other phone that was, I would say, touchscreen and without a stylus. Right?
Yeah.
So this one, your thumb became the stylus. I don't know what that was.
Yeah.
What happens? You put a thumbs up, and
it's the reactions and everything. Yeah.
You do a peace sign.
Yeah.
You do a peace sign, those balloons up.
But yeah, no, I'd say phones, gaming in general as well. Like,
I mean,
we were at the
gaming
Xbox
for sure. Every year, I have an Xbox. It's good. Like back then, the games, I would be able to run games very smoothly, but now these games are just becoming way too intense.
Yeah, that's very true.
For an old console, so you have to upgrade to the X or the PS5.
Yeah,
that's another thing. It's like I might as well just get a really strong PC.
Yeah,
and live with that for 5 years, and then sell the parts, upgrade.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's pretty much what I did.
And I mean, the fact that we have iPads, that wasn't really a thing.
Yeah, I forgot what year that came out, the iPad.
I forget what year. I think it was like 2011, 2012, something like that. Don't fact check me, or do. I don't care.
I mean, look it up. I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm curious. All right, what year did the iPad come out? iPad.
I guess 2014.
iPad, Wikipedia. What says Wikipedia? 2010.
Oh, wow.
January
2010.
The first generation iPad was introduced on January 27th, 2010. It was released on April 3rd, 2010.
Wow, very long time ago. I don't really remember. Like, the iPad was not a popular device back then.
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
I don't think anyone cared to have the iPod or the iPad. The iPod.
Yeah, no. iPod, on the other hand,
cool.
That was like the device.
Very well. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the device back then. iPod Nano.
Oh, the iPod Nano, yeah. Yeah, but the regular iPod, the touchscreen, you could play like Angry Birds.
Yeah.
Bunch of clams. Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah.
Sister had one.
Yeah. I mean, even computers, like just the how thin computers have gotten over the years. The fact that we're now getting to double screened computers.
Double screened? What do you mean?
So they're like Lenovo, I think it is, has like this computer where you can like open it and then open it
there's
again.
A screen on the bottom. Wait.
Yeah.
You can open it again.
Yeah, like it's the keyboard and mouse, a screen, and then another screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I'll look into that. That's pretty cool. Yeah. But okay. I mean, how much does it cost? Because I'll tell you right now, my work computer, and I carry around that external monitor, sure is much cheaper than whatever they're charging. And at least this way, I'm having the monitors side by side rather than I like to look at the screen here and then take information from up here. Right?
Yeah, that's what I have to do with my laptop on my desk. If I use it and then use this monitor, I have to look up.
I mean, it works for some people, not for me.
I don't like it per se, but it's what I have to do. Like, I have to deal with it because at work, my monitors are, here's my laptop, here's my monitor. It's like that.
Right.
So, but yeah, I think those are definitely some of the biggest changes. We covered one of my other questions, like where we use tech. Next is kind of about hacking. I brought it up in a previous episode. I got hacked. What was it now? Like 2 or 3 months ago.
Explain. I'd like to hear what happened.
So basically, I guess my Facebook and Instagram account got banned from by Meta for not following community guidelines.
What community guidelines did you supposedly break?
It was very, very vague. Also, just an FYI to everyone, apparently Meta does not have a helpline or a help desk. Any number you find online is a scam, and that's how I got hacked.
Wait. In order of events, you got banned from Meta.
Yeah.
Then you tried to lift that ban by calling a help number. That help number turned out to be a scam.
Yeah.
Damn, bro. All right. So, walk me through that.
So, basically what happened was I got the email. Actually, I tried to go onto my Facebook, like the app. Just tried to go on it just while I was doing homework, bored. To doom scroll.
Sure.
Went on to it, got the notification, was confused by it, went into my email, saw the email. Email was legit. Like, that's the one thing that I can still say to this day. The email was legit. It was from Facebook. Like, it was a verified Facebook email. Tried to dig on why it happened, what happened, like what are the next steps, blah, blah, blah. Tried to find a help desk number. Told a few of my friends. One of my friends was genuinely trying to help me. Gave me a number. Called the number. Was going through steps. And they made me pay for $2,000 in crypto.
Damn.
So I lost $2,000.
What made you at the time do that?
I didn't know what was going on. I was just confused. I I wasn't in a panic or anything. I was just more like so genuinely confused. It didn't hit me that like it was a scam. Like I had the inkling that it was a scam.
What gave you that inkling?
Honestly, the way that they were telling me to do that, my account was used on Facebook Marketplace to buy gift cards to go to crypto. And everything.
Mm.
And I had the inkling. I was just like, I'm like, this just doesn't seem right, but I'll go through with it. And it didn't really hit me until it was like pretty much done, where I was like, no, this is actually a scam.
So
like, I just didn't process the information
after you
enough.
sent the $2,000?
Yeah, like I just did not process the information fast enough.
So you sent $2,000. Then what did the person say?
You still need to send more money. It will get sent back to you in a couple of days or in a couple of hours.
Well, I guess it's a lesson. I mean,
yeah, no, it was a lesson. I definitely have taken from that. Like, obviously, like, if you think it's a scam, go with your gut. It probably is. Like, that's my lesson from it, because I'm lucky that I have a gut reaction to those types of things. Like, my gut reaction was that it was a scam.
mm-hmm.
I just didn't go with my gut.
Yeah. No company will ever ask you to send crypto.
Yeah, I know. I know that.
Yeah.
I know that.
Right.
That, like, I know that.
No company will ask you for your password.
Yep, exactly. Like, I know that. Like, intrinsically, I know that. I don't know what made me go through with it. Like, I still don't know what made me go through with it. My Instagram was completely deleted off of the site. Like, I had to make a new one.
And you're sure this Facebook email was right?
Yeah, because so basically I did the appeal for my Facebook account, and I got I got the account back the next day.
Yeah.
Because then it happened again a couple months late, or a couple weeks later. Requested appeal, got it back within like 3 or 4 hours.
So what ended up happening after you got scammed for the $2,000? I mean,
I lost $2,000. I was down $2,000. Tried to appeal it with my bank. Tried to do all that, and they're like, tough shit.
Yeah, there's no way. What do you like? What platform do you use for crypto?
MetaMask is what they wanted me to do. I'd used it in the past from one of my jobs.
I know what MetaMask is, but
yeah,
that was all your crypto, or
that was what the crypto they wanted me to send them or whatever. I don't know. I haven't used it in like 3 or 4 years. Because one of the internships I had in college, they did it because we did NFT stuff when NFTs were huge. So we did that, and we needed a MetaMask account. So I have one, or I had one.
You bought crypto.
Yes.
On there.
Yeah.
And then you forgot about it. You left it in that account for years, or you just recently bought crypto?
Just recently. That was like did that, transferred it over to a different account. And yeah, I haven't seen the money since. So
what coin, what currency was it?
I don't even remember, to be completely honest. I fully,
So I'm guessing it wasn't like a
blocking
big...
it.
Yeah.
Because I felt...
Why 2000? Why 2000?
I have no clue. Like, it was such, like, it was, like, so random. They're like, do the last, like, 4 digits of your phone number as the amount. It was like, it was so random.
Do the last 4 digits of your phone number as the amount you're going to send to us?
Yeah. Yep. I'm fully trauma blocking it because I felt like for like the next 3 weeks, I felt so dumb. I was like, I'm the stupidest person on the planet. Like,
like, when you see it again, you're just, that's 100%.
Yeah, it's 100% a scam. Like, I know that the Facebook stuff was real because it happened. I got the splash screen on the Facebook app. Like, that stuff is real. And I think it's genuinely, I think it's just someone fucking with me. Like, there's no other way to put it. Like, sorry for the terms. Like, it's someone fucking with me.
Well, who would you think is doing that?
Oh, my ex-roommate.
Your ex-roommate?
So. Yeah, from junior year. We're not talking about him, like, on the podcast. Like, but
sure.
Yeah. It's probably someone. It's probably someone who's just jealous of me or is upset with me for some reason that I don't know. Or it's just someone trying to be a troll.
You're saying that in response to the person or group of persons that scammed you of the $2,000 of crypto?
No, it's the person who's banning my account, my Facebook account.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be. That's probably...
The scam was... It's a scam. It's a learning lesson for anybody who wants to know. I spent 3 to 4 weeks so feeling like the dumbest person alive. But it happens to everyone. It's just a learning lesson. It's a learning lesson that even my dad has used on business calls. So
what do you mean?
So he was talking about, I guess I overheard him on a conference call, like right after it happened, and talking to some people who was some client or something, and basically said, "Oh yeah, even my son got scammed recently."
Yeah. 2000.
Yeah.
So did you have more crypto, or
no?
You just bought it for that sake.
I had to. I bought it for that sake. Like, I didn't have anything. I've never invested in crypto.
Never, ever.
Never.
Yeah.
Never. I just don't.
Funny enough, I got my crypto wallet right here.
What?
Well, I mean, you can. It's just you have to be educated on it, right?
Yeah, that's true.
If
and
you
I'm
don't
just
know
not
what you're
educated
doing,
enough.
this is very, that can happen. But you have to, yeah. So how long did that phone call last? I'm curious.
The phone call?
Yeah.
It was like a good 30, 45 minutes.
Yeah, that sounds right. Like between them trying to
and then
help.
I just we were in the middle of doing a transfer and I just ended the call.
You were in the middle of doing a transfer and you ended the call?
Yeah, so I didn't actually transfer anything. Like, when I ended the call, I didn't transfer anything. I was in the middle of doing it.
So you didn't lose 2,000.
No, I did lose 2,000. I was gonna lose another. I don't even know how much. I don't even remember how much. And then I ended the call and undid I was on the screen to do it, and then I just kind of closed out of my app and nothing happened. I didn't hit confirm or anything. I just ended the call and closed out.
So they were okay. Damn.
Yeah.
So you don't know, or you don't want to say on the podcast?
So it basically was, they had me download also this app so I could connect to their servers. So
they could steal your information.
Yeah. So had to factory reset my phone twice.
Because you downloaded it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I did. Because that was the first step in the phone call.
Oh, okay.
That was the first step. And then we tried a different helpline later. And the reason why we really know it was a scam was because we did it. It was doing the same thing, right? Going through the same steps that the first one did. And I knew it. But my dad kept on telling me to do it, like go through with it. And then we got to the point where they wanted me to download the app again, or a different app to do the same thing. Mm-hmm. And my dad goes, "Why do we need to do this?" And they were like, "What?" And they're like, because my dad goes, "Yeah, I'm one of Christopher's friends. Why do we need to do this?" And then all we got was click.
Yeah. Yeah. Because if someone's asking why, it's not even worth it. But yeah, all right. Well, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, no. So. All I gotta say about it is make sure people who are listening, they have strong passwords, and 2-factor authentication. I know it's a pain in the ass, but it protects you from things like this.
Well, I would say the lesson here would be being more aware of what a scam looks like, right?
That too, but the problem about that is that scammers are getting really good of not looking like anything. That's their problem. That's the problem.
You would say that they were really good on the phone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they were really good until, my dad asked why. And that was my mistake, not asking why.
Mm-hmm.
That never do what I did and just do things because people are saying it too. Always ask why.
Yeah, 100%. That's all right.
Always.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, it happens. Like, I'm over it now. I can look back at it and take lessons from it. I understand the severity of what I did. Like, very, very easy to understand the severity of what I did.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, knock on wood, nothing else has happened since the second time everything got banned.
Okay.
So I'm chilling. Just yeah, it is what it is. I mean, my parents weren't mad at me or anything. They were just like my. You also know we live in Homedale because my parents are like, "Oh yeah, it's just $2,000."
I mean, it's $2,000 that didn't need to get
Yeah,
lost.
I know.
But...
Like that was my opinion of it. But like, yeah, it's not like my identity got stolen or stuff like that. That we know of. So that's good. But yeah, that's the lesson here. I just wanted to bring it up on here, especially since we're talking about tech. Like, it fits.
Yeah, never give anyone information.
Yeah, that. Never give anyone information unless it's actually someone you know, like genuinely, like someone you.
I wouldn't
give it over the phone. Wouldn't give it over the phone.
Only do credit cards.
Yeah.
Well, I would say, like, the credit card is backed by the bank, right? The creditor. So if a scam happens to take place, well, the credit card company deals with it, right? If you deal with a debit card and you're doing scams with debit, yeah, you're fucked. I'm sorry. Like, this is a form of debit, right?
Yeah, that's what
you're debiting your account to credit another. Yeah. So
I mean, that was just kind of my spiel and why I wanted to bring it up.
Sure.
Tech hacking happens a lot more frequently than we want to admit. It happens on all devices, no matter what. But yeah.
I mean, if it's connected to the internet, it can be hacked.
Yeah, especially if you're on public Wi-Fi.
It's connected to the internet.
Yep. So the last, or one of the last questions we have is, what are your thoughts on where tech is going, like especially with AI?
My thoughts, I mean, that's a very big question. Yeah. For what specifically? I mean, what do you want my thoughts on?
Like AI, all that.
I mean, AI is just artificially made intelligence, right? So it's people that have created this sort of, I want to call it like a synapse, right, of information that talks to other blocks of information. I mean, it can get better and better, faster, more knowledgeable. Right, so it's already, I mean, you can see ChatGPT and recently DeepSeek. Their AI models were really good. We just started, right? We'll see where it goes in like 10 years, 30 years.
Yeah.
As for their applications, I mean, I can see a lot of factories, a lot of companies replacing workers with this, especially workers that perform tedious, repetitive tasks.
Yeah.
Stuff that can be done that has a sequence, that has a standard operating procedure. I think, if it can be replicated in a series amount of steps, I think AI will take that over. I mean, AI might even take over my job. I mean, it could take over any job, really. I mean, you give it 10 years, 20 years, sure.
I have a feeling that it will definitely take over my job because phone calls are
more than
very
likely the voice, like the AI voice is
voice
already real
assistants.
good.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. I think there's still things where obviously tech won't take over, but
What do
for
you
the
think
most
that
part,
is?
I think there's certain jobs that still require human touch. Salesperson is still going to be a salesperson. Sales is something where you need that human touch, that human interaction with another human. I think
But
phone
what
calls
if
are
it's
different.
two AIs communicating to each other, right? I mean,
That's true. That's true.
If it's at the point where it's an AI salesman that's performing the sale on whatever it is, right? Who's to say that by then, at that point in the future, I'm not going to have an AI assistant that will basically automatically know what I want before I want it, and then ask, oh, okay, perform a list, let's say, a list of, okay, this would benefit the person that owns me, XYZ, right? Should I buy this?
That's true.
I mean, you never know. I don't know.
Who knows? Considering, people in the 90s and 80s thought by now we would have flying cars.
Yeah, that's a big thing. The flying cars, like everyone loves to bring that up, but it all depends on your definition of flying.
That is true. There are technically flying cars.
You develop a car with a really strong magnet on the bottom, and you develop a road with a really strong equal opposite magnet. What is it? The polar? I'm blanking right now. Positive and negative. I mean, you can get the car to levitate, but is levitating your form of flying? And how expensive is it? That's really why this probably never came to fruition. It's how much money has to go into funding this.
Well,
we're not at
funding
that stage.
it, R&D, all that. I mean, there was a company that did technically build a flying car like 10 years ago. I saw it at the car show.
Let me see. No, I'm on a call. What's up? You're hungry? I'm hungry. You hungry? Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got two other questions, so you can wrap it up.
Sure.
First, I'm gonna do this one first, even though it's technically second on the script.
Yeah.
But first, what new tech would you want to see? Considering CES just happened, Apple events will be happening over the course of the next few months.
I want to see an Apple flip phone, kind of like the
foldable phone,
the Google, like the Google Flip 9, the Google 9 Flip or whatever it is, where it opens up like this.
Yeah.
I want to see that, and doesn't matter if you're an Apple or a Samsung guy. I think that would be something really, really cool. I know Samsung already has it.
Yeah, Samsung has it.
And I know a couple of other manufacturers have it too, but I think Samsung does it first. Apple does it better. That's the way I feel. And maybe other people have a different opinion, and that's okay. But that's the way I feel.
Tim Cook has legitimately come out and said, like, hey, we don't do it first, we do it better.
There you go. I probably got it from him. So exactly. Yeah. I mean, everything that they have is like, I don't want to say perfect, but it's extremely calculated, very precise. There's an exact reason as to why this looks like that, right? So if they can perfect that foldable screen,
that'd be insane.
Like, the thing is, that's probably going to eat out sales from the iPad. I don't know if they really want to focus on building that.
Well, that's why they said that they'll never build a touchscreen Mac.
I mean, they would lose their entire iPad market. Yeah, doesn't make sense.
Yeah, Yeah.
And they don't want to include really strong processors in the iPad. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah,
The
they always
iPad
do the
is
year
weaker than the
before.
Mac.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course.
I think for me, I would like to see something also in the Apple ecosystem. I would like to see them actually redesign the AirPods Max. Like, I would like to see that.
Max.
The over-ear ones, because they released new ones, but literally all they did in the 4 years from when they released these, which are the old model in 2020, till the ones that they released last year, is change that port from Lightning to USB-C, and that's it. They literally did nothing else. I would like to see a better case. That's number one, because this is the case. This is the case for these, which are $500.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really give two shits about the Air Max, whatever. I like the Sonys, man.
Yeah,
I like the Sony, and it has
I
a nice
did.
little bag. It's really good. I've worn both. I mean,
Yeah,
both amazing.
yeah,
But I'll take the Sonys any day.
yeah. And then honestly, I would like to see, I'd like to see some car tech eventually. See what they can do with that. EVs, all that. Hydrogen. Yeah.
We'll have to see about that one.
Yeah. And then final question of the episode. Do you have any advice to our younger listeners or your younger self when it comes to using technology?
Advice? I would say every time you turn on a device, have a direction in exactly what it is you want to do with that device, right? If I turn on this device for the purpose of doing work, then I'm going to complete my work and get off of it. I find that too often I get sidetracked. Like, I'll do the work. Oh, okay. I'll take a 2-second break. I'll go on Instagram. Then I scroll. Oh, but let me check my banking app. Let me check my investments. Let me check this. Let me check my crypto. Yeah. So if I were to give some advice, I would just say, use it with a purpose.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you fulfill that purpose, you complete that task, I would get off of it.
Yeah.
It's too much time spent on the on computers, in my opinion. Like, if you can go outside and enjoy life, I would do that.
As everybody, as people say, touch grass.
Yeah, go touch some grass.
Yeah, I mean, I would also say, on that point, when you're with people, I know my family has implemented it. Put your phone down, talk to people, actually listen. It's a good thing. You actually get to hear people's stories. And I mean, honestly, like, some of the longest friendships I've had are because I met you before we even had phones.
Yeah.
And Ryan, my co-host, college roommate, we used our phones. Like, yeah, we used our phones. We met each other when we had phones. But when we're with each other, we don't really use our phones. We talk to each other. We play board games. Like, that's what we do.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Good. So, I mean, that's my advice. Thank you for your advice.
Of course, man.
Also, thank you, Emilio, for coming on today's episode. It was great talking with you. As always.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. Thank you all for listening. Comment, like, subscribe, do all the things YouTubers tell you to do. As always, all the social media links for myself, Ryan, Emilio will be in the description down below, and the show notes. So yeah, this podcast was a production of McCurdy Studios. Our intro outro music is from pixabay.com. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.